Another U.S. citizen has been killed in Benghazi, this time 33-year-old Ronnie Smith from Texas, a father and a husband, in Libya teaching chemistry. He was gunned down on the street. Earlier, I spoke with New York Congressman Pete King about the death of this U.S. citizen this week and the latest on the investigation into that Benghazi massacre last year. Congressman, thanks for being with us. Can you tell us what we've learned well over a year later into what happened that night?
Yeah, without going into all the details of what was given behind closed doors, the reality is that everything we've learned about Benghazi since September 11th, 2012 shows that the administration did not tell the truth, I believe intentionally misled the American people from the start. What we can say is that this was never a demonstration involving a video. This was a coordinated terrorist attack led by Ansar al-Sharia, which is a al-Qaeda offshoot in the Benghazi area of Libya. There were very sophisticated military tactics used, including mortars, which were used with professional ability. This was first-rate, unfortunately, this was first-rate mortar ability, where al-Qaeda had been carrying out attacks over the summer. And Ambassador Stevens went into that area with minimal security. The attack was carried out. It continues to be carried out. There's also no justification yet given why military assets were not closer by, why we didn't make precautions.
Let me ask you this, Congressman. Now, another congressman has indicated that this information is being gotten from CIA contractors who were on the scene. So now there is no question that the story of the spontaneous demonstration based on this video that nobody ever saw was a complete falsehood. But now that we know this, where is the accountability? Do we know who didn't allow these CIA guys that we're now hearing from to go in and help the other guys, Ty Wood and Glenn Doherty, on the roof?
The CIA, they had some people there. There was assistance provided, but it wasn't enough. And they had this long period of time where, no reinforcements come in. Now, some are saying that the reinforcements were not in the area. Well, if that's the case, why not? How could you allow such a valuable strategic asset to be located in an area where there is no security readily available? And as far as the going from the start, President Obama had to know, Secretary Clinton had to know, and quite frankly, General Petraeus had to know. And yet he also was going along with the story at the beginning that this was a spontaneous demonstration when they were watching it live and they knew the level of sophistication that was carried out.
Everyone in this area got danger pay because it was considered a danger zone. The consulate didn't meet minimum inman standards that we supposedly learned from the bombing in Kenya and Tanzania. Right. And, so here we are again. I mean, the American people, you have to wonder, forget about the military and, people not being sent in to help them under the guise of, we thought it was over. What about the fact that we've seen this movie before? Where is the accountability? What will happen now?
Well, there has to be accountability, and that's the purpose in going ahead with these hearings. I think more and more has to be made public as we go forward. We lost American lives. We had 4 Americans killed that day, an attack that should not have happened. If it did happen, it should have been stopped. If it wasn't stopped immediately, there should have been reinforcements there. There should have been more security.
We just had an American teacher killed not far from the consulate. What do we know about this? Has Al-Qaeda, has anyone taken credit for this? And what does this say about the protection and security of Americans in Libya?
There's not enough protection and security. I mean, Adam Gaddan, who is the American trader who's working for Al-Qaeda, he put out a message in Arabic, by the way, calling for the killings of Americans in Libya. But also, the other day, Jay Carney at the press conference said that the administration is demanding or asking the Libyan government to look into this. First of all, I think the FBI should be involved. And secondly, there is no Libyan government. As a practical matter, there is no Libyan security system. So why we continue this hoax that somehow the Libyan government is going to be able to find out what happened here? This, to me, is an operation
when you think about it, Congressman, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I mean, it took the FBI 3 weeks to get there when we supposedly had a great relationship with the Libyan government. So, maybe Jay Carney is saying that because he's saying we're not going to get there anyway, so let's just say let that government, whatever it is, however many militias it's made of, handle it. Anyway, Congressman King, thanks so much for being with us.
Janine, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And coming